Welcome to this complete lower body Yin Yoga, where we will work each area from toes to hips. Have a couple of blocks or books nearby, and let's begin. We'll open our practice with butterfly. Come to a seated position and bring the soles of your feet together, allowing the knees to fall open into a diamond shape. If you'd like, interlace your toes, creating a gentle connection between them. This is what we call a zipper. Sit tall for a moment, lifting through the chest, and then slowly begin to soften forward. This is not about depth yet. Let this pose be a soft invitation for the whole lower body, from the toes, through the ankles, the knees, and into the hips. This is one of the most essential poses in yoga. If all you have is 5 minutes, you could stay right here and already begin to work through the entire lower body. With each exhale, allow yourself to soften a little more. Nothing to reach for, nothing to force. Just melt into the shape. Gently release and come onto your knees as we set up for toe squat. Tuck your toes under and slowly sit your hips back toward your heels. Make sure your little toes are tucked in as well. You can keep your hands on the thighs or bring them behind your back, holding opposite elbows, or even explore reverse prayer if that's available. Shift the weight slightly back so it rests more on the balls of the feet rather than collapsing into the toes. We are waking up parts of the feet that don't often get attention, bringing circulation, awareness, life. For many of us, the feet spend most of the day inside shoes, restricted, compressed, not really moving. Over time, they can become a little forgotten. This shape begins to restore that natural mobility, strengthening the toes, supporting the arches, and gently stimulating the fascia along the soles of the feet. It can feel intense. That's normal. Instead of pulling away from the sensation, see if you can embrace it. It's time to move from here. Lean forward, slowly release the toes, and bring the tops of the feet down to the mat. Sit back on your heels. Let the ankles experience the opposite shape with ankle stretch. If it feels comfortable, you can gently lean back and lift your knees up, bringing the hands behind you for support, or even draw the knees slightly closer in. Lift gently through the chest, almost like a subtle back bend, allowing the stretch to deepen. Here, we are opening through the front of the ankles. An area we rarely stretch is now giving a little more space. Notice the contrast and let the sensation spread, soften, and slowly dissolve. Let's release. Come off the heels and extend your legs out. Gently circle the ankles. Slow, mindful movements. Outward and inward. No rush, just smoothing things out. Let's transition to caterpillar from here. Ground into your sitting bones and find a neutral lumbar curve and begin to fold forward, allowing the spine to round naturally. Let the head hang heavy. Hands can rest wherever they land on the mat. This is your inward shape. No pulling, no forcing. Feel the stretch along the back body, calves, back of the knees, hamstrings, spine. With each exhale, imagine the body gently pouring forward. Whenever you feel an edge, stay there. Let go of control. Relax your shoulders, your face, your jaw. Allow yourself to surrender fully to gravity. Slowly roll yourself up. Take your time here. Will do. Settle next. Come onto your knees and bring the feet slightly wider, allowing the hips to lower between the heels. Pause here upright and tune into the sensations you are experiencing. Then, if it feels right, begin to lean back onto your hands, forearms, or all the way down. Support yourself wherever needed. This is a strong opening through the front of the body, thighs, hip flexors, knees. Stay mindful here and let the body to open gradually. Come up slowly and extend your legs out in front of you as we prepare to transition into deer pose. When ready, bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly for a moment. Now, gently swing your left leg behind, having the knee point out to the side. Then have your right knee to point forward, creating about a 90-degree angle between the thighs. If your body allows, you can begin to move the shins a little wider, working toward a right angle at both knees. Flex the feet softly to protect the joints. Take a moment to arrive here, sitting upright, both sitting bones grounding into the mat. There can be a tendency to lean away from the side of internal rotation. See if you can gently resist that urge. Stay centered. Stay with the sensation. In this shape, one hip rotates externally, while the other moves into internal rotation. We rarely work this internal range, but it is key for keeping the joint balanced and well supported. Let the hips become heavy and allow both sides to settle into the shape. If you'd like to explore a little more depth, you can begin to lean back, bringing the hands behind you for support. This will intensify the sensation through the hip and internal rotation. Only go as far as the breath remains steady. No need to chase sensation. Simply allow time to do the work. Take your time as you come out and gently switch sides. Now the right leg turns inward, knee facing to the side. and the left knee points forward. Again, find your version of the shape. Maybe the shins move a little wider, maybe they stay closer in. Flex the feet. Sit tall, grounding evenly. Notice if this side feels different. Breathe into any sensation without resisting it. If your body invites you, explore leaning back, hands behind you, opening through the front of the body. Let the intensity build gradually, no forcing, just allowing. Let's release and do windshield wipers as a counter pose. Bring both feet as wide as the mat, knees bent. Gently drop knees side to side, slow and easy. Let the hips reset. From your windshield wipers, gently begin to make your way onto all fours as we set up for frog pose. Take your time transitioning. Start by bringing the knees wider apart and allow the big toes to touch behind you. Let the hips gently move back toward the heels. This is your wide-legged child's pose, sometimes called tadpole. Pause here, let the body settle. You might rest on your hands or forearms. Allow the chest to soften down. If this already feels like enough, you can stay right here. If you'd like to explore a little more sensation, begin to slowly shift the hips forward, bringing them in line with the knees. This is your half frog. Notice how the intensity begins to build through the inner thighs. Move slowly, no need to rush. Let the body adjust. Wherever you are, let that be enough. Feel the stretch along the inner thighs, the adductors. This is an area where we often hold tension, sometimes without realizing it. Allow the weight of the body to drop a little heavier. No holding, no bracing, just releasing to gravity. If your body is asking for more, you can begin to guide the shins a little wider apart, working toward a shape where the knees and ankles form a right angle. Keep the feet flexed for support and stability in the joints. Find your edge, the place where sensation is clear but not overwhelming. And then soften around it. Allow the body to slowly open in its own time. Slowly release the pose and gently make your way onto your back as we prepare for supine twists. Draw one knee in toward your chest and then guide it across the body, moving into a twist. Extend the top leg long. Let the shoulders grow heavy, allowing them to settle toward the mat. Feel the stretch along the outer thigh, the IT band, spreading into the side of the body. Let the spine gently spiral. With each breath out, soften a little more, as if the twist is slowly wringing out any remaining tension. Begin to return to center, slowly, without rush. Pause for a moment, noticing the difference between the two sides. Now, draw the opposite knee in and guide it across the body, extending the leg out. Allow the chest to remain open, collarbones wide, breath easy. Notice how the sensations feel on this side. Maybe you feel more open, or perhaps your outer hip needs more care. Allow the weight of the leg to guide you. Twists like this are wonderful at the end of the practice. They can help rebalance the body after previous poses, gently rinsing the spine, resetting the nervous system, and supporting circulation around the lower back. Right now, just relax, soften everything, and let yourself melt a little deeper into the spiral. From your supine twist, gently bring the knees in toward your chest. Before Shavasana, we'll come into Waterfall. Place a block or two under your hips and extend your legs up. Experiment with the angle until you find a spot where the legs feel light, almost weightless. Bring the legs closer in if that helps the sensation of floating. Rest your arms comfortably at your sides or bring them overhead. Close the eyes and let the breath move naturally. Notice how the legs feel. Waterfall is such a great way to complete this practice. Normally, gravity pulls everything down: the feet, calves, the knees, the hips. Right now, we are reversing that pull, gently rinsing the entire lower body, from toes all the way up to the hips. Sometimes lymph can stagnate, leaving the legs feeling heavy or fatigued. Here, with the legs lifted and supported, we are encouraging circulation, flushing out tension, helping tired muscles feel light and renewed. Allow the body to rest in this lift, legs weightless, breath steady, and notice how it feels to let the lower body simply recover and reset. Gently release from waterfall and allow the legs to come down to the mat. Remove the props aside. Lie on your back, arms resting comfortably at your sides, palms facing up. Close the eyes. Let the jaw soften, the shoulders melt into the floor. Feel the body completely supported from the soles of the feet up through the hips, spine, and head. Notice the legs after all the work: ankles, calves, knees, hips. Sense how they feel lighter, freer, the muscles and joints restored, and the circulation renewed. Allow the body to sink deeper into the mat, noticing the subtle openings and ease you've created. This is your moment to rest and absorb the benefits. Joints, muscles, and the nervous system all supported. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply be here, dropping deeper into stillness. When the body is ready, slowly begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and ankles outward and inward. Slow and smooth movements. Give your whole body a nice stretch. Roll gently to one side and take your time here. When you're ready, press up to a comfortable seated position. Take a moment and thank yourself for this practice, noticing your toes, ankles, knees, and hips feel supported, relaxed, and ready to move through life with balance. Namaste.